Good morning all of you. So I think we have waited for some of your classmates and baka may challenges lang sila on however, we will start the discussion already and we expect na over natin yung buong 2 hours natin for this morning. Okay, so before we start, I think we have to introduce ourselves kasi bago pa lang. Well, first time namin magtuturo sa UP Visayas Tacloban College. So I will go first. So I'm Philip Richard Zuniga. So I am a current faculty member right now from the Department of Computer Science in UP Diliman. So we were invited by UP Tacloban to handle this course kasi I think may shortage siya sa resources right now. Joy, you might want to introduce yourself.
Hello, everyone. Good morning. I am Joy. I'm also a professor, an assistant professor in the Department of Computer Science in UP Diliman. We, together with Sir Phil, co-teach the series on data structures and algorithms in UP Diliman also. So this is a clone of that course with some modifications for CMSC 1, 2, 3. Hopefully, we'll learn a lot in this course. So we will discuss later on yung setup for the course, schedule for the course, and some of the policies. So ayun, welcome again to CMSC 123.
Ayun, so yung goal natin for this morning is just to discuss the syllabus para lang, Joy, I think you should start recording na. Naka-record na tayo. Okay. So, the goal of the lecture is so that we can discuss the syllabus para lang may common understanding tayo dun sa magiging experience natin dito sa course na to. As mentioned by Ma'am Joy, we are basically using yung materials na ginagamit namin for CS33, which is yung corresponding partner ng CS ng ComSci 123 sa dito sa course na to. Just to give you some background, I think 2 years or 3 years ago, medyo nagkaroon ng massive na change sa BSCS curriculum, not only in UP Diliman, but in all the UP systems as well. In all the computer science programs sa buong UP system as well. Kasi nga, di ba nagkaroon tayo ng K-12, so there were a lot of things na ibinaba sa senior high, and at the same time, there were a lot of things na inilagay sa university. So, in one of the consultation meetings, I think I was part nung development nung bagong curriculum nung sa UP Tacloban na BS Computer Science. And that was also the same time that we were developing yung BS Computer Science naman sa UP Diliman. So, maraming mga same na program na ino-offer na plan namin i-offer sa Diliman before yung i-propose na i-offer din sa UP Tacloban, and not only in UP Tacloban but in other UP campuses as well. So the result is yung mga courses na ino-offer namin sa Diliman or ino-offer sa Manila, halos similar na rin sa courses na ino-offer sa LB, sa Tacloban, sa UP Miagao, and so on. So ang advantage nun is ganito, parang even though we are faculty members from UP Diliman, since meron tayong shortage sa faculty sa UP Tacloban, they can easily tap on us to handle the courses kasi same naman yung content. And in the future, halimbawa kami naman yung may kulang, we can also do the same. Parang makakapag-request rin kami ng support from other UP units as well. Okay, so yun. So the materials that you will be encountering in this course were already used in earlier offerings. So even sa current offering namin ng CS33, yun na rin yung ginagamit. So pag manood din yung mga videos, may mga references lang siya on CS33. Ano lang yun, hindi na lang kasi kami nagkaroon ng time to edit those videos para ma-localize natin. Pero yun, basically same naman yung magiging content natin. Okay? that being said, siguro simulan na natin yung discussion sa syllabus. If you have any questions, just when you raise yung hand ninyo or gusto din ninyo, when ninyo i-post sa chat. Okay? So this will be ComSci 123, which is data structures and algorithms 2. Okay? The course credit will be 3 units. It means that we are supposed to meet 3 hours a week. And I think this is important. The prerequisite for ComSci 123 is ComSci 122. So I would assume that every one of us here have already taken ComSci 122, and either you already passed ComSci 122, or at the very least, you have a grade of incomplete doon sa ComSci 122 natin. Okay? So we will be requesting students who have not yet taken CS122 before, or who were not able to get a grade of incomplete sa CS122. Halimbawa, drop yung grade sa CS122 before, to drop from the course kasi magkakaroon din yun ng impact in the future kapag nasubmit yung video. Okay lang na mag-listen in kayo, okay lang na panoorin yung videos na i-share namin, pero administratively, baka kailangan ninyong i-drop yung course. So kung wala pa kayo 122 before, or incomplete, or na-drop kayo before, email nyo na lang kami so that we will know. Okay? So this will be the second semester for school year 2021-2022. So we are starting now. And then we expect to end, I think, around May, mga last week ng May of this year. So hopefully, marami tayong matutunan during that period of time. So as mentioned in the syllabus also, so I Philip Zuniga and Joy Clemente will be your instructors for ComSci 123. So our email address are shown. So if you need to contact us, you can email us. Joy will explain later the template, or you can also use yung VLE. We will be using the VLE extensively for this course kasi lahat ng materials na i-share namin via the VLE yung access. Okay? So yun. So it's very important that you get to access the VLE every so often. Okay, so ano yung course natin? So our course, CS123, ComSci 123, is basically the sequel of ComSci 122. ComSci 123 will cover graph algorithms. Parang continuation kasi siya nung data structures natin. It will also cover trees, sum string search, regular expression, data compression, algorithmic design patterns, linear programming, and interactability. So basically, these are also the content of CS33. So pareho naman halos yung description ng mga courses. If you can see, from ComSci 122, kung saan pinag-usapan ninyo yung mga stocks and use, pinag-usapan ninyo yung time complexity, medyo nag-level up na tayo kasi mag-focus na tayo sa graph, which is basically a more complicated version ng mga data structures na discuss natin nung ComSci 122. At the same time, since alam na natin yung mga data structures before, kasi nag-122 na tayo and na-discuss na natin yung graph sa 123, ang next na mag-uusapan naman ay yung how do we use this? How do we develop solutions? How do we develop algorithms? Okay? So doon yung mapasok yung mga design patterns natin. Parang we will be discussing later sa semester yung iba't ibang template ng pag-develop ng algorithms. And finally, we will be discussing interactability. I think alam naman natin lahat na not every problem kaya nating ma-solve. Number one, kaya mo natin siya ma-solve. Pangalawa, kaya mo natin siya ma-solve in a polynomial amount of time. So yun yung mag-uusapan natin when we discuss interactability towards the end of the course. Okay? So in terms of course course outcomes, ideally, by the end of this course, number one, you are able to distinguish the different type of computational problems. Parang when you see a problem, alam ninyo na, gagamitan ko siya ng divide and conquer or gagamitan ko siya ng exhaustive search. So you are already able to distinguish and differentiate those kinds of problems. Pangalawa is to identify the key concepts in algorithm design strategies. So if we decide to use the divide and conquer, ano-ano yung mga components ng divide and conquer? Parang kailangan by the end of this course na naiintindihan na natin and we are able to identify na when we say ito yung technique natin, ito yung mga subsequent na concepts na related dito sa technique na to. Number 3, and I think this is a continuation from Omsai 122, identify fundamental data structures and how they can efficiently be implemented. So kailangan by the end of this course, pag sinabi natin na gagamit tayo ng graph, alamin na agad kung ano yung graph, alamin na agad kung ano yung components ng graph. And you already know how do we implement a graph for this particular problem. I-implement mo ba siya as an adjacency matrix or an array, or i-implement mo ba siya as using yung adjacency list. Gumagamit tayo ng linked list. So kailangan alam na natin yun towards the end of this course. Number 4 is kailangan we know the appropriate data structure and algorithm strategy when we have a problem. Parang when we are given a problem, we can already select the appropriate data structure, that's one, and the appropriate algorithm design strategy. Okay, so that will be very important for this course. Number 5, dito na ngayon papasok yung laboratory part natin. Implement existing algorithms. So maraming mga classical algorithms na pag-uusapan tayo in this course. So when we say classical algorithms, these are algorithms that are being studied not only in UP, but all over the world. Pero pag pumunta tayo sa MIT, or pumunta tayo sa Harvard, or pag pumunta tayo sa Oxford, ito rin yung mga same na algorithms na pinag-aaralan nila pag pumasok tayo sa isang algorithms course. And it will be nice if we are able to implement this. Okay, so that's another thing that we have to learn. And lastly, we need to know how to use this algorithm, how to use this data structures in actual practice. Okay, so hindi pwedeng alam lang natin siya in a theoretical manner, dapat alam din natin siya in practical use. Okay, so that will be your course outcome. So hopefully we are able to satisfy this by the end of the course. Before I turn over to Joy, daanan ko lang ng konti yung mga topics natin. Okay? So, as you can see, we have divided our lectures into modules. So, when we say module, this is a collection of lecture videos, lecture material. We will be sharing with you some readings and activities. So, pinagsama-sama natin sila sa isang module. So, for example, when we say module 1, tinignan natin siya, nandun na yung lecture video, nandun na yung corresponding material, yung slides na gagamitin natin. And part rin ng module 1, parang nung package na yon, nung module na yon, is yung quiz or activity na kailangan natin gawin para ma-assess tayo. So in total, we are looking at having 10 modules for Omsci 123. If you will notice, nilagdag namin sa module 1 to 3 yung binary trees, fluorescent trees, sa application of trees. Kasi parang, we just wanted to, kasi we know na yung last na topic natin sa Omsci 1 to 2 is on trees. Gusto lang namin na may review kayo doon. And para lang maging complete o yung experience natin, isinama pa rin namin siya. Okay? So hopefully ma-enhance yung learnings natin from before doon sa material na isi-share namin sa inyo sa module 1 to 3. And then module 4 and 5, dito naman yung graphs. Okay? Sila yung part 1 nung coverage natin. So, as you will see later on, nahahati sa dalawang parts yung list natin. Kasi, parallel siya dun sa dalawang exams na ibibigay namin for this course. So yung part 1, ito yung magiging coverage ng exam 1, and yung part 2 will be yung magiging coverage naman ng exam 2. Okay, so Joy will elaborate on that later on. Finally, so yung part 2 naman natin, dito naman papasok yung algorithm part. So we will be discussing the various algorithm design strategies. We will see how they are being applied in various problems like yung sum-string search nga or yung regular expression. We will also discuss yung module number 10, the limitations of algorithm power. Dito nga yung papasok yung intractability na discussion natin. We might add some more modules if we feel na kailangan natin ito. So we will be, i-inform naman namin kayo if ever we will be adding some more topics doon sa mga modules natin. Lastly, these are the references for our discussion. So yung main na reference natin, well, actually lahat sila ay main reference. So naka-short lang sila. I think kakapal lang libro kasi makapal yung Cormen eh. Okay, yung introduction to algorithms, 3rd edition, I think every one of you knows about that since yun din yung ginamit na material sa ComSci 122. And yun din yung same na material na ginagamit actually sa MIT. Okay, so the materials that we are using, even yung algorithm design manual is Ina, and yung introduction to design and analysis of algorithms in level 8. These are actually materials na ginagamit worldwide. So, kung magsisik-in kayo to any algorithm course sa buong mundo, ito yung material na ginagamit nila. Okay? And meron rin tayo yung number 4, yung data structures ni Kiwa by Kiwa. So, Professor Kiwa is a faculty member sa department namin. So, Professor Emeritus siya. And he was, for the longest time, siya yung naghahandle ng data structure sa department. And ang ginawa niya, para ma-document yung mga tinuturo niya, gumawa siya ng libro. And yun na nga yung libro, yung data structures by Kiwa. So, we will be sharing some parts of this sa slides natin, sa lecture videos natin. And yeah, personally, I have been handling the course for the past 10 years. Napaka-comprehensive kasi nung librong to, so madali siyang magamit. Yeah, and we are planning, kaya nilagdag namin siya as a reference for our course. Okay, so the modules that you have seen earlier, nilagay na rin namin siya sa calendar para may idea tayo kung kailan na natin kailangan natapos pag-aralan yung isang particular na module. Siguro, I just want to highlight here yung favorite na part ko nung calendar natin. So yung week 8 sa week 9, meron tayong reading break, sa Lenten break. So meron tayong 2 weeks na break na wala kami ibibigay na major requirement or even the readings, if you can see yung modules natin, hindi talaga namin siya nilagay kasi we want you to take some rest. Kasi alam namin na stressful itong panahon na to. So yun, ideally, masusundan natin yung calendar kasi para hindi tayo maipunan ng trabaho sa dulo. If you can see dun sa calendar natin, meron tayong soft deadline sa hard deadline. So Joy will be explaining later on ano yung difference nun. Pero yeah, so we are expected to end by end of May. Okay? So I think with that, Joy, ikaw na yung mag-discuss ng course requirements.
Yes. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, Sir Phil, for the discussion on the course outline and the schedule. For the course requirements, I think na-mention naman na ni Sir Phil yung some parts of the requirements. Since we have 2 parts, we have 2 long exams. 1 long exam for the first part, 2nd long exam for the second part. And we also have 4 machine exercises. For the 4 machine exercises, makikita nyo yan sa schedule posted above. We have 2 machine exercises for the first part, 1 for trees, and then second is for graphs. And then we also have 2 machine exercises, yung 3 and 4 natin for the second part. We have 1 for the exhaustive search and 1 for the dynamic programming. Later on, we will post some details about that machine problem. And then for each module, we will have assessments. Ang ginamit naming assessment dito ay quizzes lang. Okay, so we have 10 quizzes, and these are the corresponding grade contribution. So medyo heavy on the long exams. We have 50% for the 2 long exams. We have 20% for the machine exercises, and then we have 30% for the quizzes. This is the table we will use for computing the pre-final grade. It's pre-final grade because hindi pa ito posted sa CRS. So unless there is a question or clarification regarding the grade, this will be your final grade. Okay, and then we will discuss about guidelines on the submission of requirements. Dito na papasok yung soft and hard deadlines as mentioned a while ago. But before that, we have some guidelines for the quizzes. Okay, so yung quizzes natin and yung exercises natin, good news, it has a limited attempts. So you can submit multiple times, pero the final score will be the highest score among all the attempts. Okay, so makikita nyo dito na tama ako sa iba pero may mga some parts na mali ako, so you can try again. So it is also a learning opportunity para makita yung mali natin. Okay, so yung quizzes natin are embedded in each of the modules. So we have 10 quizzes with unlimited attempts and exercises then. Makikita nyo alin yung may mga some use cases na hindi kayo makukuha fully sa first attempt, and then you can try to modify your code, and then makikita nyo na soon magiging 100% siya, or you will address some of the special cases na hindi nyo nakuha doon sa first and multiple and second attempt. Teka lang. Ba't tumunog? May pumasok ata sa call. So dumami na tayo. We are 10/20. 10 participants na tayo. Recorded naman to, so we will also post the video dun sa VLE natin later on. Okay, so second is regarding the soft and hard deadlines. Di kasi kami naniniwala sa lahat, doon na natin, sa dulo na lang natin hihingin lahat kasi, well, may cramming, di ba? So to increase your chance of completing the course na makakapasa tayong lahat, gumawa kami ng soft and hard deadlines. Soft deadlines para naman yung course natin will be self-paced. Of course, meron tayong mga other requirements from other courses. Sometimes may mga personal problems. So para makahabol tayo dun sa mga requirements natin, hindi tayo nagkakaroon ng deduction on the soft deadlines. If you look at yung schedule, Sir Phil, palagay naman po dun sa taas banda. Okay. Yung soft deadlines natin, yung suggested schedule. So if we look at week 2, that's next week, February 22 to February 28, ipoprovide namin yung module 1 on binary trees. So we will provide all the lecture videos, lecture notes, at the same time yung quiz. Open na yung quiz on February 22, but suggested na tapusin nyo ng week na yon yung quiz natin for binary trees. However, pwede nyo siyang isabit until week 3, week 4, and so on hanggang sa hard deadline natin April 1. Okay? So that's our hard deadline for all the requirements for the part 1. Okay, so we have April 1. So pupunta tayo sa baba. We have pababa pa, sir, dun sa may hard deadline and soft deadline guidelines. Ayan. So dalawa lang actually yung kailangan yung tandaan na deadlines dito sa course na to. We have April 1. Ito yung part 1 requirement. So dapat natapos na natin yung 5 quizzes and 2 machine exercises and 1 long exam. Okay? Pero if hindi natin siya na submit on or before April 1, 2022, meron din tayong late submissions. Pero of course, to be fair dun sa mga nakapag-submit on time, meron tayong 1 point deduction per day na late tayo. Okay? So for April 1, 2022, all quizzes, I think I'm not sure if magiging visible na yung mga correct answers for the quizzes and exams then. So ayun. And then sa second na hard deadline naman natin, it's on May 30, 2022. So that's the end of the second part. So tandaan natin yan. And I think magre-reflect din yan dito sa calendar, course calendar natin, that you can also download and sync to your local calendar. Okay? And for the class setup, I'm not sure kung paano yung setup niyo for your other courses, but this course is self-paced. So hindi tayo magkakaroon ng lecture every week. So actually ito lang yung kita-kita natin. So I encourage everyone to show their faces para at least merong face pag nag-check na kami. So ito lang yung time na magkikita tayo at synchronous yung session. Kasi for the next couple of weeks and for the rest of the SEM, yung video recording na lang yung makikita nyo sa amin. Except for cases na, syempre, meron mga difficulties in life, tapos maraming hindi nakakasunod, baka pwede tayo magkaroon ng check-up session or additional session para sa mga medyo difficult topics. Okay, so every week magpo-provide kami ng module. So next week, makikita nyo na module 1 will be visible on your end. And yung quiz then will be visible on your end. Every Tuesday kami mag-open ng module. This is to discourage yung mga students sa sobrang bilis, para din sabay-sabay halos yung mga students na mag-progress from module 1 to 10 of the course. Okay? So this course is delivered remotely. Pero for some of you na may difficulties sa connection, we will also provide course packs. Okay, so yung course pack natin, it's Google Drive na pwedeng i-download at ma-hand as a USB sa mga students. So if you know anyone na may difficulty in accessing the contents, pwede natin siyang bibigyan nun at we can coordinate with UP Tacloban to share with you yung course pack for that. However, yung mga submissions sa requirements, required pa rin na sa VLE natin ito isasubmit. Okay? So, ayun. So, it's a blended na remote for some kung hindi kayo totally makapag-connect sa internet. Okay? So, yung mga materials natin will be shared via USB. Okay? Every Tuesday natin ma-share yung contents, and then ayan, meron din tayong schedule na binigay for the soft deadlines, and this will ensure na matatapos natin at hindi masyadong crammed yung submission ng requirements for the course. Okay, for the communications naman, okay, aside from email, which you can send it to us directly, I suggest both sana please CC both instructors if you have any questions or queries, but please do use this course subject format. So please include CMSC 1, 2, 3, and then the description of your concern para mabilis namin ma-filter yung mga concerns specifically for this course. Okay, so for this SEM, actually marami din kaming other courses para tinuturo ni Sir Phil. So having this subject format will allow us to address yung mga concerns yun ng mas mabilis kasi we can create a filter for this. And then, aside from emails, you can also post questions using yung forum. Later on, if we open yung module 1, actually pwede na natin i-open, sir, no, yung module 1 ngayon kasi ready naman na yung module 1. You can see that there is a portion there called the Q&A. So everything regarding that module, every concern will be posted there. So as much as possible, i-address naman namin yung makikita namin agad, but we also encourage other students to join in the forum and pwede kayong mag-answer ng mga questions ng other students. Pero syempre hindi yung mga sagot sa tanong sa mga quizzes. Okay. So that's for the comms part. So the class policies naman, yung lecture natin, again, it's asynchronous, self-paced. We will use solely the VLE and accompanied siya ng course pack that you can get from UP Tacloban if you need it. Pero the submissions will be via VLE. I think for the machine problems, ito lang yung parang extra instruction siguro, no? I know na probably in your CMSC 122, gumamit kayo nung, ang tawag dun, sir, yung code, ano, parang you can submit your code inside VLE, and then yung grading will be automated na via VLE quiz. But we are using yung OJ in DCS, and we requested na sana baka pwede natin magamit to for this class. Anyway, hindi pa natin siya ganun ka-concern ngayon, since we are also asking for administrative, yung mga processing administrative, on the administrative part, whether we can use OJ or not. So yung ME naman, instructions will be available after module 2 pa. Sorry, after module 3 ba, sir? Tama, no? After applications nung 3. Oh, so after module 3 pa. So later pa natin ito makikita. We will also post the specs and the instruction how to send your ME. And note na, of course, unlimited attempt time sa ME. And then for the exam administration, via VLE din yung process natin how we will administer the exam. Ang general note natin dito sa exam is closed notes pa din, pero may time. So, timed yung mga exams and quizzes exam lang pala, no? Unlimited tayo sa quizzes, but not for the long exams. Made available within a considerate and predefined duration only, para same yung duration ng lahat. Okay, and then of course the academic dishonesty. Gagamit kami ng code similarity checker. Syempre mabilis makapag-check sa amin for if we use the tool yung OJ. Pero mas mabilis din kami makapag-check ng code similarity. So ayan. Please to increase yung learning experience, wag tayong kumopya sa iba. So yan, and then at the end of the SEM, syempre you can see your grade here in VLE. Pero we will also have a period wherein we will show the pre-final grade. During a predefined period, meron tayong tinatawag na grade consultation, and you can ask some questions about how we computed the grade, na of course visible naman dito, but in terms of checking individual yung mga exam answers, baka pwedeng dito i-discuss. And then lastly, respect intellectual property rights. So yung materials given in this course ay hindi pa pwedeng ma-share somewhere else. Like blog, ano pa ba? Yung mga sharing, parang exam sharing platform or mga forums, please do not share yung mga questions and then ipasagot sa iba. May mga gumagawa nun recently, so please do not do this. Okay, so I think
Joy, if I may add din nga, yung materials kasi na meron tayo dun sa lectures, hindi lang sa amin galing yun, galing din yun sa ibang material. So, may mga sari-sariling copyright yun. So, as a general rule, we don't want the material to be shared anywhere. So, halimbawa, isi-share sa social media or gagawa tayo ng memes out of those materials. So, sana hindi. Kasi yun, baka magkaroon tayo ng copyright infringement if we will be doing those. Okay? So, yun. Sige, Joy. Thank you.
Ayun. So, yun lang naman yung part ng nasa pang class policies natin. If you have any questions, clarifications, you can ask it now. Pero Sir Philmy, dadagdag pa po ba kayo? Anything else? Okay.
Okay na,
We will be using yung announcement na feature ng VLE para makapag-send ng announcements every so often. So please subscribe and always check the announcement section of our course. Ayan. Ilang participants na ba tayo? Baka pwede tayo mag-request, sir, na na show faces. Muna, para magkitaan naman tayo. Kasi mauumay kayo sa face namin all throughout the session.
Oo nga eh. Parang may mga students kami na nakapaginipan na kami kasi kami pinapanood nila. So, rather than yung bisa si Park Bogum yung makita nila, ako yung nakikita nila. So, yun. Mapaginipan
boses namin, mapanaginipan nyo na din.
Oo, yung iba nilalagyan lang ng subtitle na Korean yung mga boses namin eh. Wala na silang magawa. Okay.
Paano ba natin makikita yung other speakers? Walang nag-o-open, ang shy naman.
Okay lang yun. So, kung nasa-shy kayo ngayon, so hopefully, kapag may mga consultations tayo, kapag meron tayong mga other sessions, or sa exam, okay? If ever we will be synchronous, yun, we will really like na para pag napunta naman kami sa Tacloban, makikita naman namin kayo.
At nagkasalubong tayo, 'di ba? So,
Oo.
malalaman natin na, student pala na.
May questions ba tayo on the syllabus?
Ayan, may question na po tayo. Ma'am, yung unlimited attempts po ba hanggang sa end nung SEM or hanggang sa corresponding hard requirement lang po? Yung unlimited attempts nung quizzes, hindi siya exam ha, ng quizzes ay hanggang dun sa hard deadline nung ano na yun, hindi sa end ng SEM. So, sir, paano ba? Pag-uusapan pa namin kung paano yung magiging rule dito sa mga late submissions.
Oo, parang kasi ang ano namin ideally na i-submit na natin siya before the hard deadline end. So kasi halimbawa sa quizzes, kahit na limited attempt siya, yung endpoint lang kasi yung isang quiz. So, iba doon sa hard deadline, 1 point per day. So in 10 days, mauubos na yung score ninyo doon sa quiz na yun. So ideally sana, we are really hoping na in terms of the deadline, yung quizzes, mahabol natin siya within the deadline. Yung mga MEs, yung mga long
Yun ang
exam,
pwedeng
medyo malaki
mahabol.
yun.
Yes.
Malaki yung total niya. So, hindi ganun kasakit. Pero yung quizzes kasi, madali siyang maubos eh. So, yun. Kahit na unlimited siya sana, try natin at target na matapos siya during the hard deadline. Pwede, hindi naman ganun kahirap yung mga quiz kasi basically galing siya dun sa lecture lang para lang maalala ninyo. Kaya kami naglagay ng quiz. So, yun. Kaya natin siya dapat. May question pala ako. So the material, ano sila, abilis sila na Tagalog, English yung ibang mga parts. So I hope okay lang yun. I hope okay naman tayo lahat sa paggamit nung Tagalog. Kasi, well, ako hindi ako marunong mag-waray. I think si Joy, mas magaling siya mag-Ilocano kaysa mag-waray. So yun. So sana okay lang sa atin yun.
Pero for most parts naman, English yung content ng videos natin. Kumbaga parang just to add explanations, may mga some parts na Tagalog. So it's para mas ma-gets nung diliman students namin. Pero sana hindi siya ganun kahirap for UP Tacloban students.
May question pa yata, Joy? Okay lang. Okay. Salamat, Ruby.
Wala pa po. Yun lang naman yung question kanina. Anyway, tatanggap pa rin naman kami ng questions. Of course, you can email us, sabi nga dun sa discussion kanina, or we can use yung announcement or yun sa forum to ask yung mga questions about the setup. I think, not sure if nakagawa na ako ng specific Q&A session for the course setup. I think gagawa na lang ako later on para just in case may mga questions hindi na nalalagay sa announcement part, doon na lang sa course setup na Q&A. Meron pa ba sa inyong hindi nakakapag-access ng VLE? Mukha namang na-access nila. Yung igalaw niya yung baso. Yes daw. Anyway, magsasabi naman sila sa atin, no?
Oo.
And yeah. Kukuha rin kami ng survey result ng setup ng mga students po for the parang internet connection. So makikita namin kung sino man yung hindi ganun ka-reachable from VLE. So I think yun na. Hello and welcome ulit sa ating course. Exciting exciting SEM ahead of us. So ayan. Yun
Okay.
lang.
Maraming salamat, guys.
Maraming salamat sa pag-attend kahit maaga.
Oo nga eh.
Bye-bye. Eto may new
Bye-bye.
message. Good morning, ma'am. Eto, teka lang, wait lang. Meron pong question pahabol. Can I ask po if the code similarity checker available sa students, or are there any software that is free for us to use or download? Just to let para ma-check if there is an available code similarity somewhere else. Yung code similarity, sir, peer-wise, tama, no? Parang
Oo.
peer-to-peer similarity.
Ginagamit namin yung MOS. So,
Mm.
naka-connect sa OG yung MOS. So, din namin yun. Pero I think as a general rule, ano naman eh, as long as ayaw gumawa ng code natin, okay lang na gumamit tayo ng reference kasi nandun yun. Pero based sa experience ko, kahit na gumamit ka ng reference online, iba pa rin yung isura ng code mo versus inignan mo, in-application yung code ng classmate mo. Talagang lumalabas doon sa similarity checker na magkaiba. So, as long as hindi naman natin, as long as hindi siya galing sa classmate natin, parang I think, hindi naman tayo ma-catch nung similarity checker natin. So, yun, okay, wala, lang yun, wag nyo masyadong isipin. As long as we do our MEs on our own, okay naman tayo doon. Okay?
Ayan. So, yun lang naman, sir, yung question natin na nakuha from the chat box.
Okay. Sige, maraming salamat, guys. Ingat tayong lahat.
Ingat.
Looking forward.
Salamat.
Thank you. Bye-bye.